Hello, and welcome back to Elden Ring. This is part 16 of our dexterity run through the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Last time, we went through Charo's Hidden Grave and Lamenter's Jail, along with the southern and western nameless mausoleums. And in that part, we got Prattling Pate Lamentation, the Chilling Perfume Bottle, at least one hefty cracked pot, the Lamenting Visage Torch, a nod back to Dark Souls 1, the Clarifying Horn Charm plus 2, Lamenter's Mask, Perfumed Oil of Rana, the don't know if you can call it a hunter tool, but a tool. The Dancing Blade of Rana, the Dancer's Set, the Greatsword of Solitude, and the Armor Set of Solitude. And here, as you can see, don't really have a place for it, but we are at the foot of the Jagged Peak. Why we are here, I'm not entirely sure because I have not played in 2 weeks. But I am sure that we have some reason to be here. Probably to either get the goodies here, because I'm pretty sure that there's a skidoo tree fragment, or maybe I fully intended to fight Bayle. Who knows? Who knows? But as you can see there's a Spirit Spring jump, and if we head off to the left of that, there's the Greater Potentate's Cookbook 6. I don't think there's anything else there. But that gets us access to the hefty red lightning pot. And then we can make this massive jump. And I think there was something else here, somewhere in the Jagged Peak. However, I don't remember. So if there is something, hopefully we either run into it or it's not that important. Either way, dragons. And apparently, you can't do co-op during, or like in this area, which I did not know, but apparently you can't do co-op here. What you can do is watch two dragons fight each other. And that's the first time you see two dragons fighting each other, I think, in the entire series. They don't do a whole lot of damage to each other, or at least the boss doesn't take a whole lot of damage. But I still think that's pretty cool. If you're willing to have a bit of patience, it means that you get to fight the boss at a bit less health, and you get to fight, or you get to see two dragons fighting each other. I'm a personal fan of watching enemies in general fight each other, just to see how they compare. That fire is getting uncomfortably close to me. As you can see, the non-boss dragon is almost dead already. That did so little damage. them dropping down. Go, Mr. Not the boss. I looked away for half a second when I can't even see them anymore. Could only see them because of the fire breath. And they're about to die. There they go. Hi. They have lightning around them. Sir, why do you have lightning around you? I'm not someone who pays a ton of attention to stuff like lore or story or anything like that, really. So, why certain things are unique, like this one being able to fire flame lightning, is not something I know offhand. Ow. I am curious, though. That's 3 slams. And here you want to run this way. I might not know why you got lightning on you, but I do know how to fight dragons. So I got that going for me. Yeah. You can go down.
What a sight. A warrior true, if ever one there was. A fellow Drake warrior. Egon. Piteous Egon. Do you not remember? Conjure your past, how once you were, when fear was yet foreign to you. Drake warrior, dear friend, grant me this one wish. Take this finger, my finger, scale the jagged peak, face Bayle the Dread, and when you do, summon me. Summon my soul. My limbs are limbs no more. My heart is twice over filled with fear. But a Drake warrior I remain, and my soul yet lies on the mountain. Proud Drake warrior, I beg of you, scale the jagged peak, face Bayle the Dread, and when you do, summon me. Summon my soul.
That's Egon. I would love to match his energy, but it is 2:40 in the morning. And I don't think anyone would appreciate me screaming at 2:40 in the morning. So, that is sadly not something I can do in good conscience. But we can listen to him, and we can move on. And I think you have to fight that boss to get him, which is why I fought that boss. Don't think I'm gonna fight the one coming up here. Because there is another dragon boss up here. And Skidoo Tree Fragment. In my first run, at the very end, I went through every area and boss and gave my opinions on them. And my opinion on this area wasn't super high because I said that there was nothing here. It was all just a build-up to Dread, or Bayle the Dread. And it is a pretty effective build-up. You gotta admit, it is a pretty effective build-up. But my problem was that there was like nothing here, and it takes up this massive portion of the map. I mean, this is like 1/6 of the map dedicated to a single boss. And that felt like a bit much. But going through again, there are those 2 dragon bosses, and I mean, I'm skipping the second one, but still, there's 2 dragon bosses, and so I didn't give the area as much credit as it deserved, because there are 2 dragon bosses. I think there's a thing down here as well. Yep. I went too far. Can we get back up? We can. Good, good, good. I remember this wasn't that big of a deal. Like, it wasn't anything too special. I do like how there's this tiny bit of calm where all the winds and the dust go away and the lightning stops and you can see the Skidoo Tree in all of its glory. So that is nice. I like that. Rockheart, I believe once you beat Bayle, you get a better version of that. As I was saying, there is a bit more than I gave the area credit for at the end of the first run, because I forgot about the 2 bosses. Is there something back here? I think this was the second thing. Somber ancient dragon smithing stone. Yeah, so that was the other thing. I think it's the other thing at least. Either way, we got that. So there are 2 bosses. There's a tool. There's an ancient dragon smithing stone and an ancient somber stone. So there are a few things here, along with the Egon. So there are a few things here. So I was somewhat wrong on that part, but it still takes up like 1/6 of the map. And there's barely anything there. I would say that, like, the lower part of Gravesite Plain, along with Charwo's Hidden Grave and Cerulean Coast, I would say that that's, like, roughly the same size. And in there, you get the Western Nameless Mausoleum, not the greatest boss, but they're decent enough and they give good rewards. You got Prospect Town, you got the Church of Benediction, which gives a great talisman. You got Lamenter's Jail, which is pretty good. You got Dragon's Pit, which is pretty good. You had... somewhere over here was Talia, I believe. Might have been here. You get Charo's Hidden Grave, which has a golden hippo. You got Cerulean Coast, which has a demi-human boss, along with a little demi-human swordsman mini-boss, and the Stone Coffin Fisher, and this giant, absolutely massive dragon, so big it's even on the map. So there's a lot here in this, like, lower half down to the coast. And it's like the same size as this, and this has 2 bosses, an NPC, and 2 upgrade materials. So, as I said, I was somewhat wrong by saying that there was basically nothing here, because there are some things here, but those some things I don't think are enough to justify the size of the area. Twiggy cracked. Yeah, because we don't have enough for a level. But I also don't want to lose 160,000. But that being said, we have 18 Skidoo Tree blessings and 8 Revered Spirit Ash blessings. And we also have Exalted Flesh. Flame Cleanse Me, that's for poison and rot, right? Yeah. Right, so no need to pop that. Come at me, Bayle. Oh, there it is.
Curse you, Bayle! I hereby vow you will rue this day. Behold,
I rolled too early.
Drake warrior, and I, Egon, your fears made flesh.
Okay. It is so terrifying going up against a Bayle.
Solid of scale you might be, foul dragon, but I will riddle with holes your rotten hide. With a hail of harpoons! With every last drop of my being!
When I haven't played in 2 weeks, I don't want to talk over Bayle or Egon. Is calling Egon Bayle like the worst insult I could possibly have for him? Or am I okay? Sir, please, I'm rusty. Oh. Ow. Oh. I am being carried through this fight right now. And I don't mind it.
Bayle the Dread! You shall haunt me no longer!
Okay. Sorry, I was very busy focusing, and kind of hard to talk when you're focusing that much. But that was surprisingly easy. Maybe that's from the 18 Skidoo blessings and 8 Revered Spirit Ash blessings. But something that I think is important to mention is that after the last part, but before this part, patch 1.14 dropped. And something I noticed in the first run was that summoning Egon took 2 inputs, which I did not think was a very good thing. And in the first run, I wasn't a fan of how he was inside the boss fight. And I mentioned that in the final part of the first run. After thinking about that, I understand why they did it, because when you summon an NPC, or when you summon someone in general, it gives the boss more health. But if you put the summon inside the boss room, then it doesn't give them more health. I feel like they still could have put the summon outside and just not had that specific summon increase the boss health, but either way, it is what it is, and it only took 1 press. It didn't take a confirmation press, which is good, especially since when I clicked on them in the first run, I believe it defaulted to no, and so I would have to press the button to click on them, and then I would have to press left on the D-pad and then click again, and that just was not a good thing. So seeing that a single press is all it takes now is very good. I also read in the patch notes that Radahn got nerfed. I read through the entire patch notes, completely forgot all of them, except for that Radahn got nerfed. How did Radahn get nerfed? Don't know. I forgot. But he got nerfed. So keep in mind that this is my 3rd character. So I have gone against Radahn pre-nerf twice. And if I wanted to be a snobby elitist, I could go, the kids nowadays don't know real Radahn. They haven't fought peak Radahn like me. You can get Egon's set, Bell Bearing, and Great Bow. After you beat Bayle, by the way. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that, because elitists are just kind of weird. And I'll admit I am kind of weird, but not in that way. So, glad that Radahn got nerfed. Yeah. Here you get Priestess's Heart, or Priestess Heart, which is like the thing we picked up. The Rock Heart, but better to my knowledge. And then Flowerstone Gavel. That is a hammer. And the unique skill, Flower Dragon Bolt, it's kind of like that one incantation that shoots a lightning bolt straight down on top of the enemy, but it's better. And I've been using this on the 2nd character, and it's been pretty good, actually. against dragons. And then here you can communion with Bayle. You can use his heart to get one of these two. But they take a lot of arcane. And I don't have arcane, so we can't do that. What we can do is a level up 2 close to 3 times. We're gonna bring endurance up to 50. Just because I like stats to be a solid either 5 or 0. Ignoring arcane. I think we can leave endurance at 50. And we can go purely into mind now. We could go into strength, but this is the dex run. I don't want to level up not dex. Okay. That being said, oh yeah, we have to kill Messmer, and there was a weird thing where Ansbach didn't show up, and I couldn't tell why Ansbach wasn't showing up. That's right. I think he's not showing up because we killed Letta. And yeah, we got Letta's a rune out of that. I think it's kind of strange that Letta's rune gives less than Unsung Hero. Anyways, I'm going to assume that it's because we killed Letta when dealing with Hornsent. And in the next run, I'm going to help Letta against Hornsent and then help Ansbach against Letta. That's how I'm gonna run things. But here we can pop Bestial Vitality. We can pop this. We can make our way into here. I forgot to pop Exalted Flesh. Whoops. Ah, well. There's a gold summon sign there. But I'm gonna stop talking and let this cutscene play itself out.
Mongrel intruder. That tarnished, it seemeth. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light? Yet, my purpose standeth unchanged. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Okay. I saw
Messmer, foe of my beloved people, in vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield.
Oh, he's got that thing. Messmer, please. I remember that. You want to dodge forward for all the stabs that he does as the second attack. This playstyle is taking a lot of stamina, so probably not good. But it was cool to see that he has dialogue as well. So, happy to see dialogue, but I'll let this play out as well.
I will not suffer. A lord devoid of light. No, mother. Forgive me. Soon tarnished. Wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light?
Not gonna lie, I assumed I was going to die within phase 1. And I was then going to talk about his dialogue in the opening cutscenes. Sir, please stop it. Are we stance broken?
Mother. Marika. A curse upon thee.
Have I made it known? Accursed Messmer. My clan's suffering. Their pain. All that they felt. Do you understand now? Your ugliness. Ah!
Once again, love the new dialogue. Remembrance of the Impaler and Messmer's Kindling, which is just a story item to get you access to the final legacy dungeon. But the opening cutscene, when he said, like, would thou in lordship sanction, in plain English terms, he was saying, hey, Marika, would you actually allow this person who has lost the guidance of grace to be a lord? Either way, I still have my purpose. I can't let them become a lord. They have to die. Now we can keep leveling mind, because health is good. Like, health isn't going up anymore. Dex isn't going up anymore. I don't care about int, faith, or arcane. I don't want to level up strength. Endurance can go up to, I believe, 60. But I would rather go up with mind to use Ice Spear. Also, we can't attack. Oh. I was about to show off Ice Spear, and as soon as I pressed the button, I went, wait, I can't attack. Why can't I attack? And I turn around, and immediately there's this guy. Hornsent. That's right, because we helped you kill Etta. Well, as I said before, I always love new dialogue, so we'll let him talk.
We meet again, I see, comrade in arms. Upon his end. Did you see Messmer's face? 'Twas sublime. A very tangle of snakes. To think he dared call us savages, when he himself was most base of all. To say the least, I am to you indebted, yet unquenched remains my thirst for revenge. The death of Messmer was merely the start. Now comes the piper to collect from Marika, her offspring, and all the Erdtree's denizens, in vengeance for the flames. My blade I wield, if Miquella's redemption soothes the ache that throbs within, demanding blessed vengeance, and I wish not to be by him redeemed. If Miquella's redemption soothes the ache that throbs within, demanding blessed vengeance, and I wish not to be by him redeemed.
Alright, so he's saying that he doesn't want this thirst for vengeance to go away. He would rather be free as he is, to have this burning hatred, than to drop that and to be loyal to Miquella, even if it means dropping the pain. Okay. Well, in Inir Ilum, you fight Letta and a few of her allies as like a semi-boss. It's like a boss fight, but there's no boss health bar. It's kind of strange. But the first of them is Aletta, who was an ally but then becomes an enemy at that moment. I wonder if since we killed her, Hornsent will take her place. And we'll have to fight him there. Or if we'll get his equipment later on somewhere else, or if we just won't get his equipment at all. Or since he's here, maybe it's the thing of like, once we kill Miquella, then we can come back here and his equipment will be here like we did for Egon. Let's go see Freya, let's go see Ansbach, and then we can come back here to see if anything has changed. Hello.
I'm afraid I'm busy. Truly. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge when I had the chance.
Okay, so no change there, but we can attack, so we could kill her now. That is an option. I wonder how that would work. What? Alright, hold on. Let's back this up. Let's back this up. I've already done this. And also, I didn't... There is no grace here. What is this? This happened on my other character as well. Ooh. Okay. So... I'm sorry, this is throwing me off. But when patch 1.14 dropped, I jumped on my second character to look at some stuff. Just to check out some of the changes. And I teleported into here because this is one of the places I like to try things out, like try weapons and whatnot. And it teleported me here and did this cutscene. And I thought that was like some one-off weird glitch. But since it happened on this character as well, because I teleported here earlier in this video and it was fine. It was when I teleported to the storehouse first floor that happened. And storehouse first floor is where I teleported to on the second character to get that same cutscene. I wonder if that's a glitch. You tried. But I wonder if that's a glitch that happened on the update of 1.14. Because sometimes unintended glitches happen. I don't remember what patch it was. And Lock-On does not like to go to those guys for some reason. But anyways, I don't remember what patch it was, but in one of the patches, they made it to where, I don't think I have it on, but Encha's set, the Royal Remains set, if you put on the chest piece, it crashed your game. And Ansbach still isn't here, and there are no signs here. What does it mean? Where is Ansbach, buddy? I miss you. Oh, he's gone now. Okay. Really though, where is Ansbach? The only other place I've seen him is here. Is he just not gonna show up for the rest of the DLC? Or is he going to show up somewhere in Anir Elm? I'm hoping to see him again, because he is... Message from Letta. Dane passed on a message. The ceiling trees in the ancient ruins of Rao. It lies beyond the high bridge leading to the first floor of the storehouse. I will join you there once I finish the task at hand. Okay. Letta's dead though, right? Oh my god, I never did Bellerot. I completely forgot about that. I never did Bellerot. Okay, well, I'm gonna mark that. And then we're going to do this. I completely forgot about Bellerot for the longest time. Whoops. Well, yeah, I hope that Ansbach shows up at some point. Oh, and we can summon Dryleaf Dane. Why? Why can we summon Dryleaf Dane? Yeah, like, we killed him. First off, over at Morth Ruins, we killed Dryleaf Dane. And we also went against Letta in the Shadow Keep. And in Anir Ilum, he joins Letta in attacking you. So we've killed him and one of his allies, but we can still summon him. That's very strange. This whole part is strange. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm actually going to go back here, and we're going to fight the dragon. And then we can end it. And then next time we can do this, and then we can see how much time we have there. Maybe we can do Romina as well, and then we can do Inir Ilum next time. Meaning we can end this run in like 2, maybe 3 more parts. Because Radahn might take an extra part. Still though, the first run took like 30 parts. Like 32, something like that. And this one, we're on 16. Let's say it takes 3, alright? 19 parts. A little over half. I say that that's pretty good. Oh yeah, we're gonna want to get out of there. Yeah, we're gonna want Torrent for this. So, please let me attack you. Ow. I know that you can get items to heal Torrent. There's like raisins that you can get. I am just too lazy to actually use them. So that's something that's entirely on me. Like, that's me unnecessarily making the game more difficult for myself. And I understand that that is entirely unnecessary and entirely my fault. And yet I'm not going to stop. I'm gonna keep doing it. Despite it making the game harder. For no good reason. Outside of stubbornness. Did you hear me just clicking away? Like, I was just tapping away. And my character just went, no, I don't feel like getting up. I don't feel like standing at this moment. They really just stood there and said, nah. Alright, I guess we can craft the raisins. Oh, we only have Roa. I know exactly where to get the better version. There's a second version somewhere in Woodfolk Ruins. I don't remember the exact position. But then there's a third one here in the Consecrated Snowfield. It's like right here. And it's very easy to get, actually. I, however, am not going to get it. Because I am making things unnecessarily difficult for myself. For no good reason. And yet, here I am, continuing to do it. So. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Oh, it has a longer animation, though. Okay. So... it's good for not wasting your red flasks. It's not very good for time. But if you need to heal yourself and Torrent, then you can just use the red flask, because that is better. I feel like I had a solid 3 or 4 different thoughts that I wanted to go through. But then the weirdness of this part just made me lose all of them. Like, I'm almost certain that teleporting into the cutscene absolutely destroyed one of my thoughts. Yeah, we just have to respect the boss. We just have to take our time, be patient, respect the boss, and we'll be fine. With or without Mimic Tier, we can beat this boss. Did we use Mimic Tier the first time? I actually don't know. This doesn't seem like a boss I would use Mimic Tier on. But you never know. Uh-oh. Probably should have put my weapon to cold. Or at least had my other weapon set to cold. Oh. Because if I set my other weapon to cold, then I could have had that, procced Frostbite, and then swapped over to this for better damage. But didn't need it. Didn't need it. 240k, an ancient dragon smithing stone, and an ancient somber stone. You love to see it. I had to press the get off your horse button 4 times. But with that being said, I think we can end it here. We started around here at the foot of the Jagged Peak, made our way up, we beat a dragon boss, talked to Egon, made it all the way up. We beat Bayle the Dread dragon. We got Egon's stuff. We teleported up to the Dark Chamber entrance and we defeated Messmer, getting more dialogue from the Hornsent. We still have the question of what do we do with Freya and Ansbach, considering how we've done things this run. And then we finally came down here and we killed this dragon, because I figured we have the time to do it. And in this part, we have gotten the ability to craft hefty red lightning pots. We got a singular skidoo tree fragment. We got the rock heart, the heart of Bayle. We got Egon's great bow and armor set and bell bearing, which the bell bearing only lets you buy Egon's harpoons, which are a type of great arrow. And I have a friend that likes to do a lot of testing, and they've told me that Egon's great bow does less damage than the normal great bow, and that Egon's harpoons do less damage than normal great arrows. However, Egon's great bow enhances the power of Egon's harpoons, and Egon's harpoons have an anti-dragon effect. So normally, the great bow is better. Like, the great bow with great arrows are better, but when you're fighting dragons, Egon's great bow with Egon's harpoons are better. Though that is coming from someone else, so might want to take that with a grain of salt. But we also got the Priestess Heart, the Flower Stone Gavel, Remembrance of the Impaler, Messmer's Kindling. Again, this is just a story item. And we also got 2 Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones and 2 Ancient Somber Stones. So, actually, some incredible progress today. We covered 1/6 of the map. We took out 2 major bosses. We finished one quest line. We continued another. We first tried both of those major bosses, though we did it with Mimic Tear and a summon, but still. I haven't actually really played outside of just testing a few weapons. I haven't played in 2 weeks, 12 days. So, for how rusty I was, even with help, I think that's pretty good. But with that being said, I'm very happy with today's progress, and yeah.